The 2025 Chevy Traverse model range sees the reintroduction of the high country trim level, albeit at the cost of the latest Traverse model range losing the base LS trim level. Moreover, the Traverse high country trim level slots in perfectly between the off-road-oriented Traverse Z71 model and the top-of-the-range RS trim level, and offers creature comforts like heated outboard second-row seats, genuine leather upholstery, and a high-end 10-speaker Bose audio system. Stay with us as we explore some of the ways the all-new 2025 Chevrolet Traverse disrupts the auto market. Powerful new 4-cylinder engines. All models in the latest Chevy Traverse range come equipped with new 2.5-liter turbocharged engines instead of the bigger V6 engines that powered the previous model range. The 2.5-liter forced induction engines, which develop 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque, are mated to 8-speed automatic transmissions. Front-wheel drive is standard, and while all-wheel drive is available as an option on most models, all-wheel drive is standard on the Z71 trim level. Great towing capacity. Although SUVs are generally not known for their outstanding towing capacities, the latest Traverse models can comfortably tow up to 5,000 pounds because of the trailering package that comes as standard equipment on all models. Apart from dedicated software that manages transmission shift points and other engine management functions when in towing mode, the trailering package also includes a heavy-duty 220-amp alternator, upgraded engine and transmission cooling systems, and a very convenient exterior camera system that makes it a whole lot easier to connect a trailer to the Traverse. Given that the Chevy Traverse model range is aimed primarily at young but growing families, the inclusion of a free trailering or towing package makes any new Traverse model the perfect choice for families that regularly tow boats, all-terrain vehicles, and motorcycles to campsites and other outdoor venues. Lots of useful interior space. The interiors of all the models of the latest Traverse model range are massive, and all models offer comfortable seating for 7 people. Although the base LT model offers a second-row bench seat, all other models feature captain's chairs in the second row. Moreover, the third-row seats in all models can comfortably seat 2 adults, which is not always the case with most, if not all, of the Traverse's direct competitors. It is also worth mentioning that the third-row seats in all new Traverse models are high enough off the floor to prevent adults seated in the third row from having to squeeze their knees into their chests, while still offering sufficient headroom to prevent passengers seated in the third row from hitting their heads against the roof. All the latest Chevy Traverse models also feature several large internal storage spaces, which include a large space under the center console that is accessible from both the driver's and front passenger's sides. To put the interior space in all the latest Traverse models into perspective, consider that when all the seats are folded down, all models offer a cavernous 97 cubic feet of usable interior space. Improved infotainment and connectivity. All trim levels in the latest Traverse model range come with a massive 17.7-inch infotainment touchscreen that all feature Chevrolet's proprietary Google-based software interface. The new Traverse model range also offers 11-inch digital gauge displays that allow drivers to choose between several display configurations. It also bears mentioning that drivers can choose which types of categories or information to display on the digital display. In addition, a wireless smartphone charge pad comes as standard equipment on all trim levels, while an onboard Wi-Fi connection is available as an option on all models. More standard driver assist systems. While some competitors of the latest Chevy Traverse models only offer some advanced ADAS or advanced driver assist systems as options, all trim levels in the latest Traverse model range come with an automatic high-beam headlight control as well as automatic emergency braking system that can distinguish between pedestrians and cyclists. In addition, General Motors' Super Cruise hands-free driving system is available as an option on LT and Z71 models, while this system is standard on the RS and High Country trim levels. It is also worth mentioning that adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist systems are available as options on all trim levels. Collectively, this suite of safety systems greatly improves the overall driving experience because they remove much of the drudgery of driving for extended periods. A wide range of great features. A large part of the latest Chevy Traverse model range's wide appeal involves the extensive list of features that in and of itself represents a compelling reason to consider replacing your current vehicle with one of the latest Chevy Traverse models. Sadly, the list of available and standard features is far too extensive to discuss comprehensively in a video of this nature. We can do the next best thing, which is to use the Traverse High Country trim level as an example. In practice, the High Country trim level contains most, if not all, of the interior niceties of the top-of-the-line RS models, which include but are not limited to a heated steering wheel, leather upholstery, high-end sound system, and power-adjusted driver's seat. So what's the difference between the High Country and RS trim levels? Not much, except to say that the function of the High Country trim level seems to be a way to provide buyers with all the features of the RS variant, but without the black wheels and black body accents, which seems like a great value proposition to us. Free first maintenance visit. Although the overall factory warranty against faulty materials and workmanship is largely similar to that offered by most of its competitors, if you purchase a new Chevy Traverse, its first maintenance visit is completely free. This is somewhat unique in the automotive world because the first scheduled service or maintenance visits for most vehicles brands are never quite free. Dealerships always seem to find a way to make car owners pay for something. So the fact that the first service on a new Chevy Traverse won't cost anything is like a breath of fresh air blowing through the automotive world. Other warranty conditions include a limited warranty for 3 years or 36,000 miles and a drivetrain warranty that covers the engine and transmission for 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first in both cases. Spirited performance. The term spirited performance might mean different things to different people, but considering the fact that the engines in the current Traverse model range have 2 fewer cylinders than the engines in last year's model range, the 7.3 seconds it takes the current all-wheel drive Traverse model to accelerate 60 miles per hour from a standing start seems reasonable. However, some owners of Traverse models with 4-cylinder engines consider the engine loud and plagued by uncomfortable vibrations at large throttle openings during aggressive acceleration events. But then again, not all owners of current Traverse models are likely to use their vehicles for drag racing, so the allegedly noisy 4-cylinder engine might not be an issue worth complaining about for the average buyer of a new Chevy Traverse SUV. Capable handling. Some reviewing sites have reported that their test drivers were not at all impressed by the overall handling characteristics of the latest Chevy Traverse models. Some have reported poor steering responses and a sluggish feel to the steering. But in the interest of fairness, we must state that in our opinion, the Traverse is neither designed nor intended to be compared to high-end German SUVs in terms of crisp handling. When viewed objectively, the latest Traverse models are intended to be used as family vehicles and people movers that offer superior ride comfort at reasonable speeds that typically do not exceed the general speed limits. From this perspective, all the new Traverse models offer capable handling without excessive body roll through corners and unpleasant nosediving under straight-line braking, which cannot be said about some of the Traverse's direct competitors, including the Toyota Grand Highlander, which is susceptible to excessive body roll when loaded with people or cargo. Great fuel economy. According to EPA estimates, all models in the latest Traverse range should return fuel consumption figures of 20 miles per gallon in city driving and up to 27 miles per gallon at highway speeds, which is notably more efficient than the previous generation of V6 engines. It is worth noting that although the miles per gallon values for four-wheel drive models are slightly worse than the front-wheel drive models, the difference is not that big. The EPA estimates that four-wheel drive models will return fuel consumption figures of 19 miles per gallon in city driving and 24 miles per gallon at highway speeds, which puts the new Traverse model range among the most fuel-efficient mid-sized SUVs on the roads today. Great value for money. Considering that all trim levels in the latest Traverse model range come standard with a free trailering package and a host of safety features, the starting prices of $40,600 for the base LT model and $58,795 for the top-of-the-range RS model translate into excellent value for money. Of course, the prices stated here could change depending on options chosen and other dealership charges, but the point is that as starting prices for modern SUVs go, one could do worse than choose a new Chevy Traverse model. For example, the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander XLE, which is perhaps the Chevy Traverse's closest rival, will set you back about $45,000, which makes a great difference for buyers who might be on a tight budget.